Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tina. So I'm here to bring you a few different items, or two really essentially. So I'm here to bring you another one of my digis, and I'm then also here to bring you, well, to showcase how I've used the digi, but also to show you this massive ephemera kit that I have created that will be for sale separately to the digi kit. So if I kind of pop the, well, I'll pop the kit to one side and we'll go through the, you know, the digi itself. So I have mentioned before that in my shop, I'm now doing kind of what I would call, you know, like individual elements. So like kind of, you know, downloads like the fabulous flowers or, you know, the gorgeous girls flower add-ons and things like that. And then I've got the ones that are kind of like the fun fungi kit, where you've got an ephemera piece or, you know, a kind of body piece of the kit for sale separately. And then you've got some background papers also for sale kind of separately. So this is based on that kind of idea. So they're obviously kind of smaller than a full-blown size kit. But obviously they're quite cost effective because, you know, you might not want to buy the whole kit. You might just want the background papers. You might just want the ephemera pieces. So, you know, that way you've kind of got options. And even if you bought all of it together, it's still not the cost of an entire complete kit. So if I kind of show you, first of all, what the kit comprises. This one is called Brilliant Birds. I wanted to do something mega colourful, really kind of bright and fun. You know, I really love, I'm just going to lower my tripod slightly. I really love all the kind of vintage, soft, muted tones and things, but I equally really do love kind of bright colours and things. So the idea behind this was obviously to kind of do that. And I've utilised loads of these gorgeous flowers, which I managed to pick up a genuine kind of Victorian scrapbook. So all of these kind of floral pieces are taken from that Victorian scrapbook. So, you know, they are that colourful, they are that bright, that bright. So I didn't really want to tone them down. So what I've done is kind of altered other images to fit with those really. So that's kind of that. So the kit itself, the ephemera pieces, it comprises 6 pages. So if we kind of have a look at those first. So on the first page, you've got obviously kind of 3 journaling cards, which hopefully you can see, and you've got kind of vintage book page, and you've got some vintage birds on there, and then you've got this piece here with some flowers. Then you've got lots of the little postage stamps with a mixture of flowers and birds and things, and they're all in these beautiful, vibrant colours. Now, this is printed on copy paper, this piece, and the others are printed on the 160 GSM cardstock that I use. So I just want to kind of give you an overview really as to kind of the colour change between the paper types, because, you know, this is a kind of, it's the same stamp, I flicked off there. This is the same stamp, but in different sizes. And I just want to show you the colour difference between the kind of more smooth copy paper and the kind of slightly more porous, you know, more thicker card. I mean, it's still bright, but it's not quite as vivid. So, I mean, there are probably smoother finish cardstocks that you can get. I have kind of looked online and things, but they obviously are very, very expensive. So, you know, it kind of depends on obviously the card quality that you're using as to how bright the actual kit is going to actually be. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. So anyway, so this was the first page. Then you've got this page here, which again contains kind of various journaling cards. You've got another stamp, and then I've just included some of the gorgeous flowers from the Victorian scrapbook. So again, they can all be fussy cut out and used in your projects. And then here I've just got some more journaling cards and some ticket pieces, and I've just popped on some words here. So you've got inspired and you've got wish. Then on this page, I've just included a couple of round kind of tags or, you know, decorative pieces, some more of the flowers, and then another journaling card, a decorative kind of banner piece there, another decorative kind of banner piece here, and some more words here. So you've got gorgeous, amaze, and you've got today. So that's that one. Then on this page here, you've got a file folder with some of the florals and things on there. You've got some more kind of the double-ended tickets, and you've got some more words and some more of the flowers. And then you've got this gorgeous kind of vintage postcard with vintage image and some more of the flowers kind of layered up on there. And then here on this page, you've got a gorgeous envelope, again, with some of the pieces there kind of all coordinating beautifully. You've got the word dream, and then you've got a couple of tags, again, with kind of layered up elements that are all matching with the rest of the kit. And then you've got the word moments, some more flowers, and another double-ended tag there, ticket, sorry, there. So that's your 6 pages that are contained in the kind of ephemera part of the kit. So that's kind of for sale as one part. Then as a kind of separate, you know, download, so they're all PDF files. So that would be one PDF file purchased as one particular item. And then this is a second item, and it's sold as a separate download, obviously again in PDF format. And again, you can obviously print this out, selecting the borderless setting on your printer, so it goes right to the edges really nice and neatly. Now I have printed this, I think I'm right in saying I printed all of this on copy paper. No, I've printed the next piece on cardstock, but the majority is printed on copy paper. So again, really, really, really bright and gorgeous. Obviously slightly more muted when it's printed on the cardstock. So just again, kind of be aware of that. Anyway, so this is the first page of the background papers. I mean, I just love, love, love these colours. They're just so vivid and gorgeous. And it's just printed onto white. So, you know, I haven't tried printed it on ivory or any other colours. So, you know, I couldn't really say kind of quite how that would look, but that's the first one. This is the next one. And this, as I say, is printed on the thicker cardstock. So it's not quite as vividly bright. But it is still, you know, it is still quite bright. So that's that one. Then you've got this one here, which is again gorgeously bright and colourful. Then you have got this one here, again really pretty and colourful. And then you've got this one here, and unfortunately I'm waiting for the last 2 pages to actually come off the printer. I don't know whether you can hear that. Here's one of them, and I'm just waiting now for the last page to print. So hopefully that will be finished in a moment. But this is another one of the pages. This is another one. Love these gorgeous birds, don't they look beautiful? And just really blend so well with these gorgeous Victorian scrapbook pieces. So, you know, I just love the fact that it's so colourful and vivid. So that's that one there, that one there, and then you've got this one here. And then you've got this one here. And obviously I'm still waiting for the final one, because actually on this particular one you've got the 6 pages of the body of the kit, and then you've got 11 pages on this particular download. So 11 background pages, and you know, if I kind of lay them out a bit like this, you can kind of see all the beautiful colours all together and how well they all just look so yummy and gorgeous and bright and colourful all together. So, you know, I really, really love colour. So for me, this just really is lovely and yummy to kind of look at. So that's those. I'm still waiting, as I say, for the final page to come off of the printer. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to show you some of the things I've made with this particular kit. So I have made this enormous ephemera you know, physical kit. So it will come to whoever buys it bound with this baker's twine here. So if I just move that out of the way. Now, this is an enormous kit, and I mean, hopefully, I hope that this would be enough to do an entire journal. Obviously, you haven't got the journal itself. You would need to kind of, you know, put that together. But hopefully you've got enough here to actually decorate your entire journal with all the bits and pieces here. So, I mean, obviously it's slightly dearer than my normal, you know, embellishment kits that I sell, but you have got a lot of items here. So the first item here, I have made a little kind of spool just with some lace. I've popped on a vintage button here with a bulb pin, just to hold the lace together. I haven't measured it, but I think you've got approximately 1 metre of this lace. Now this lace is not vintage, but it has been coffee dyed. So that's that. Then here, I just made you a little bag. I've attached it with one of those mini pegs. And literally all I've done here is I have glued this gorgeous bright yellow lace together, popped on some more of, you know, this lace down the sides, little rosebud, and then I filled it with little bits and bobs that you can obviously use that all coordinate nicely with all the pieces that I've made. So here are a selection of vintage buttons that all kind of coordinate beautifully with the kit. And then you've got here some of that gorgeous green, very pale kind of green faux diamante, which again, you know, I've said this before, I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but to be honest, I tend to use it in maybe kind of threes. So you would just chop it down kind of using the threes. So, I mean, you've actually got quite a lot there, even though it doesn't look it, if you see what I mean. Then I've just included a couple of little satin kind of rosebuds there, again, that would coordinate nicely with the kit. So that's your kind of small items here. So I'll just pop that out the way. And then you've got a whole arrangement of stuff. I've included here some of these gorgeous flowers. They're in this beautiful bright turquoise colour, and you'll obviously see them in some of the pieces that I've made with the kit. So you've got that. So I don't know how many are there, but 3, 6, 7 flowers there. So, and I tend to just trim them off to, you know, one at a time and kind of use them just one at a time. So obviously, you know, you have got quite a few there. And then this just paper package made with just literally one of the background pages, just coffee dyed it and then glued it together to kind of make a little sack there. So across the top, you've obviously got some lace trim, and then you've got a selection of kind of roses, some pearl trim, a little button. And then here attached with the bulb pin, obviously, as well as these little flowers, you've got a fabric flower that I made just again with some yellow lace and one of those little flowers. And then you've got a bright turquoise bow here. So again, you would just literally unattach that with the bulb pin, and then you can use all of those things obviously in your journal. And then down here, you've got some more of that yellow fabric lace, and then another flower that I've made down there. So again, I mean, you could probably peel this off. It's been glued with hot glue, but you could probably peel that flower off. If you couldn't, you could certainly cut round it, you know, from the back sort of thing to be able to use that in your projects. And then going inside of this particular piece, I attached here with one of those little pegs, I made a little fabric flower. Again, just using some lace and various little bits and pieces. You've got some feathers and a little stick pin. So I just thought colour-wise that this was really, you know, rather nice. And obviously having the feathers just picked up the theme of the birds. Then here you've got a little pocket piece, and tucked in there you've just got a journaling card from the kit. It's all been coffee dyed. This is just made from some of the background paper, and I have just literally kind of folded it up and made a kind of little pocket here and stitched around it on the sewing machine. It's got some lace trim at the top, some lace trim down here, little flower and a button, and some more lace trim down there. So that's that. I'm just going to grab a piece of paper from behind me so that I can just demonstrate how these would look on a page. So, you know, this would obviously just be stuck on a page, and then you could obviously tuck things in kind of behind it depending on how you glued that down. So that's that one. This one here, I've made a kind of double pocket. So again, this is just using some of the background paper, and I've just stitched around it and made a kind of double pocket here. So you've got some lace trims going across, some of that faux diamante, and a little flower, some faux diamante there in the middle of the butterfly. And then I just tucked in some of the ephemera pieces from the kit. So you can obviously just tuck them in like that. And obviously that could attach on the page. So that's that one. Then here I've just made a little kind of tie-up kind of fold out. So it just literally folds out like that, and it's just been coffee dyed. It's got some lace trim, flower, and one of the words, and you've just got the baker's twine kind of attached there, and it obviously just ties up like that. If you didn't want to have it tied up, you could obviously pull the baker's twine off. It's just glued along the back, and you could just then hold it shut with a paper clip. Then I've just included one of the round tags. I've just obviously popped a hole there, little word on some lace and a flower and some of the baker's twine, and obviously all that's been coffee dyed. Then here I have included, this is just a piece of envelope which I've just literally altered. I've popped some string on to kind of hold it down, created a little kind of fold out just with some of the background paper, and that just obviously ties closed. And then I've just decorated up the fronts with some of the bird piece, some lace, some faux de monte and a flower, and did a bit of stamping kind of in the corners. So really pretty again, you know, just gorgeous colours to work with. And again, obviously you could just pop that on a page like that. Then here I just used some vintage sheet music, doubled it up by gluing it down, and just stuck on a kind of collage of items really from the kit, and some laces and a word and things like that. Then here I just made a little folding kind of booklet, and I've just popped down some lace piece from the kit there, and flowers and little faux de monte. So again, I mean, you could obviously glue this in as a little fold out from a page, or you could obviously kind of have it paper clipped on, however you like really. And then here I just created a kind of little floating kind of pocket, you know, or it doesn't have to be a floating pocket. I actually got this idea from, I think it was Amity Bloom. So literally you've just got it, some background paper that I've just stitched around the edge, stuck on one of the flowers that I fussy cut out as a little tuck spot for a ticket, so that's there. And then you've just got some lace trim top and bottom and a little flower there. And again, you know, if you wanted to stick that down, you could obviously pop that down as a tuck spot. You've got a tuck behind it, and obviously in the pocket here and on the front. And then here, this is kind of, I've designed it as a belly band. Obviously it would be up to you how you use it, but I've kind of trimmed it to just shorter than the A4 kind of piece of paper. And again, I've just doubled up the background page, stitched around it, and then I have just glued on another kind of piece that just folds out there, that's been coffee dyed. So it just kind of folds out like that, and you've got some lace trim top and bottom and a flower. And then I just did a tiny little paper clip there, just with one of those little flowers that just then obviously holds this closed like that. So I just thought that was quite pretty, and obviously that's how it looks on the page. So that's the first kind of bunch of items. Then you've got here an altered envelope. So this envelope is acting as a pouch, but this is also another item. So again, it's a bit like the envelopes I did on the Burst in Bloom envelopes. It was the other style of envelope that I did. So it's just an envelope, coffee dyed, stuck down, collaged up on the front. And this bow I've obviously kind of just done up there. And then I would glue it down probably on 3 sides here. And then you've got a top loading pocket there, and obviously a side loading pocket there. So that's how that would kind of look on the page. Then here, this is just one of the tags from the kit, and I just literally stuck some little lace trim at the top. Then here I just made a kind of fold out kind of piece there with some coffee dyed paper, just literally layered up one of the tickets on some lace, and I've just tied it round just to hold it closed. There's just a little flower on there and some faux de monte there, and that just, you know, I would stick on the page and kind of have it, you know, as a kind of tuck spot or a pocket. And you've got some lace trim down the edge as well. And then here I just made a little kind of fold in like flip pad thing just from some of the scraps of paper. So that's that. It's just been stitched on the sewing machine. This is the file folder from the kit, and I just literally popped some lace across the top, and that's like that. So obviously you could just glue that onto a page just as it is. And then you've got these items here. So this item here is one of my little envelope booklets. I did a tutorial on these. It's just got a couple of pages there of coffee dyed background pages, and obviously you've got the inside of the envelope then, and the front are just collaged with some of the items from the kit. Love these colours, they just look so gorgeous, don't they, with the flowers and the lace. Just really pretty colours. And I just did some stamping with that gorgeous blue Stays On ink pad as well. And then I've obviously tied it here with the baker's twine again. And then I had tucked this in, obviously just really somewhere for it to go, but this again ties with string. You've got a vintage button held on with a bulb pin, and this is again just a little kind of fold-in booklet. I did a tutorial on these as well. And then I just made a tuck spot up in the corner with the flowers up there. Here you've got a collage of items there, so you've got journaling space in here. And then at the top you've just got a thumb hole with another little journaling card from the kit that tucks in here like that. That just tucks up like that. And then obviously on the front you've got the whole kind of collage going on there with some lace and trim and a flower and various pieces there. So, and again, obviously I have tied this up with string. If you didn't want the string, you could obviously pull the string off. It's just glued on the back. But I do quite like the string. So again, you could just glue that onto a page. Then here you've got one of the Patricia Viramonte's kind of envelopes. So again, I've just collaged up loads of things on the front from the kit. And then inside there, I just popped in a little tuck spot here. This is just made again from an envelope. In fact, it's still even got this piece from the envelope. So I don't know whether I could very delicately kind of peel that off. There we go. And I just layered up again some things from the kit, some vintage buttons and some lace trim and things. So again, a kind of corner tuck spot there, and just kind of glue it down in the corner. And then you've got obviously a kind of pocket there. That just tucks in here, and obviously you've got the actual envelope itself as well. And then here, this is one of the Patricia Viramonte's book page pockets. So again, I just layered up a whole bunch of things from the kit. And so again, that's how that would look on a page. So, you know, really pretty colours. And I just stuffed that full of, you know, ephemera pieces there, again, from the kit. They've all been coffee dyed like that. And then this is the envelope from the kit. So again, I've just glued it closed. It's been coffee dyed, and I just popped some lace trim and some diamante on there. That just goes in like that. And then the final kind of item, I just made this gorgeous like double pocket wallet thing, and I just filled it with pieces from the kit. So if I take out all of the pieces so you can kind of see how this looks. Oh, now it's caught up on something. So I'll just empty out all the pieces. Hopefully I've got them all. Right. So this is just from some of the background pages, and literally I just kind of glued it together to make it kind of more robust. Glued on some flowers in the corner, and then I made a couple of pockets from some of the other background pages, popped them on, popped some lace across, popped one of the words from the kits with some lace and a flower. Another flower over here, little sort of rosebud and another bow there. And then here I just made a chipboard tile with one of the words, says amaze, and I just glossy accented that, hung it with a bulb pin. So that's that. Just to point out, this is a recycled chipboard, so you can see there's a little bit of kind of the old, what it was before on the back. So that's that. And then I stuffed the pockets just with some more of the pieces from the kit. They've just been obviously fussy cut out, and then just all of them have been coffee dyed, you know, ready for using. It's one of those little stamps. And then here I just took one of the journaling cards, and I've just popped on a flower and a little bow in the corner. So that's that one. And then here, what I did was I just took one of the background pages and I just made a little pocket, you know, like the pockets that we get in some of the digital kits. I just literally cut it round to kind of do that, shaped like a pocket. So to use it, you would obviously glue it down on the flaps and pop it onto a page, and then you could obviously, you know, tuck things into the pocket like that. And then here I just took one of the stamps and I've stuck it down like a little tuck spot with one of the banners. So you've got a kind of double pocket going on there, some of the lace trim and some of the baker's twine. So it's an enormous kit. So, you know, as I say, it will be kind of slightly dearer than my kits normally are, but obviously I'm sure you can appreciate there is an awful lot going on here. I don't know how many items there are, but it's a lot. So, you know, hopefully you would have fun. So whilst I was doing that, obviously that last page came off of the printer. So I just want to show you the last page, which is this beautiful collage page, which I just absolutely love. I mean, actually, when I was making the ephemera kit, I was kind of torn whether to coffee dye it or not, because I loved the bright colours so much. And obviously through the coffee dyeing, it mutes the colours quite, you know, quite considerably. So I may have to make another kind of ephemera kit using the kit, you know, in its bright colours, without coffee dyeing. But obviously I've got quite a few other things kind of on the go at the moment, so I don't know when I'll get time to do that. But yes, I hope that you all really like it. I, you know, think it's kind of really nice and different. Really nice to have something so bright and colourful, especially with summer kind of on its way. It's, you know, it's kind of fun to have something different, isn't it? So I hope that you like all the items. I hope that kind of you got some inspiration somewhere along the line. And if you're interested either in the kit itself, or obviously, as I say, in the kind of digital download, then I will pop the link below. So check it out in my shop. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a really fun day. Thanks then. Bye.